All right, look at this. I see that? Studio monitors, brand new studio monitors. See, I've been using the KRK Rocket 5 second generation for a few years now, but Sweetwater just sent me the Kali Audio LP6 version 2. I'm pumped about that. So my plan is, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of these and replace one, play something stereo through both and see what the difference is. Can I even tell the difference? I don't know. Let's check it out. Okay, right off the bat, these things are way bigger. I mean, they're 6 inches instead of 5, but I don't know. I just didn't expect it to be that big. Wow, that is significant. All right, so it's like an hour later and I had time to break these in a little bit. I've been working, listening to music, and wow. I think the biggest difference between these and the KRK is not the overall volume, which is what I thought I expected. I thought bigger speakers meant more volume, but the KRKs, I had them cranked as loud as they would go, and then I cranked these as loud as they would go on the back, and they're about the same. But I will say these are a much more even sound, a more balanced, a full sound without being boomy or bassy. It's just like, oh, as I listen to more things, I was like, man, these just sound so good. They just sound amazing. Now they do give you instructions on the back how to set them up based on where they are in your studio, and you can toggle different dip switches. Let me show you what I've done. So they have all these different options for you based on how your studio is set up, and dip switches 1, 2, and 3 can activate different sound frequencies, and I went with less than 5, half a meter off the wall. So dip switch 1 up, 2 and 3 down, which is what I have here. And then I also just went ahead and boosted all the channels, plus 2 dB in the low frequencies and in the high frequencies. And I like the way that sounds a lot. It doesn't sound, like I said, too boomy or even too mid-scooped. It just sounds really good. And then dip switch 8 over here is just if you're using the RCA. Now these are the L6s, but it's actually a 6.5 inch cone. It's got the port on the bottom and a tweeter here. I noticed that side to side, the sound is really consistent. As far as price, these are really budget monitors compared to some of the higher end stuff, but you get so much quality for this price range. I mean, they're less than $400, $398, half of that if you only need one. But look at these other prices of some of these brands I've never even heard of. Some that are comparable are probably like the Yamahas here, which are still like 600 bucks. Or how about these for $9,490? Dang. Now, if you're on a budget and you need to spend less money than this for a good set of studio monitors, I would highly suggest those KRKs. I even had the 2nd gen and they sounded great. I think they are on their 4th gen now. And so several options for you, but these I can just tell it's hitting me. There's a good flat response. Now, Jimmy, why is flat response important? Well, here's why. For those of us who are going to be making guitar tones at home, like if you have a HELIX, a mini HX Stomp pedal board like this, and you're dialing in your amps and your cabs and trying to get a good sound, one of the biggest complaints is dialing in tones at home and then them not sounding good when you get there, when it's time to play live. So here's what happens when you get to where you're going to be playing live. Either your tone is super muddy or it's piercing, it's trebly, and you don't like it. What can happen is if you have monitors that have too much low end, you're going to dial out that low end in your preset to make it sound normal. Then when you get to where you're going to play live, it sounds way too brittle because there's too many highs and you remove too many of the lows. Or the same can be true vice versa, and you show up and you have a real muddy sound. So what you want, whether you're getting studio monitors or over-the-ear headphones or in-ear monitors, you want to make sure you get the flattest response possible. That way you're getting just a clear representation of what's coming out so that you can dial in, make your cuts, make your high pass filters, whatever you got to do to your tone. That way when you dial it in at home, you'll sound good live. Now, who are these for? Well, I just kind of alluded to it. If you are at home making tones for Sunday, if you play guitar like I do, or keys, or maybe you're a songwriter for your church and you're trying to do the preliminary mix, you want a set of studio monitors that are gonna give you a true representation like we just spoke about. So if that's you in any of those categories, I would highly suggest upgrading to a pair of these. Another thing I wanted to mention with my short time of using these so far, that I've cranked them, I ran a lot of volume into them with reverb and delay and modulation, and I haven't heard any distortion or popping that I would get every once in a while with my KRK, so that's just worth noting. All right, now only if you are in the market for studio monitors, click the link below, go shopping, use my link, it's an affiliate link. Thank you again, Sweetwater, for sending me these, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching, like the video, subscribe, and be prepared to watch every video that I put out, because I'm coming out with a lot of good stuff and you're not gonna wanna miss it. Okay, bye.